for sustainable building technology if you do decide to send me to the United States. And that's what's happened.
I love it, man. Well, I feel like you really hit on something that can be really easy to overlook, particularly maybe in the sales world. And I mean, it's always about learning more, right? Like I really believe that sales is an art. Like we all, like each individual, we all have kind of our natural tendencies, like when it comes to, closing and how we deal with clients and everything. But I really think it's an art where you're like, you have to be constantly like trying new things and experimenting and figuring new stuff out. Have you found that to be the case since you've come to the States?
Oh, absolutely. It's you have to leave your comfort zone
Yeah.
24/7. You
Yes.
talk to many different people from different kind of
Mm.
fields, and you constantly are just dealing with new stuff. So I truly believe it's all about learning. It's all about adapting. It's about being lean, agile in the market, understanding and in some way anticipating trends. And your wording just becomes, depending on who you speak with, it just changes all the
Yeah.
time. And a very, very perfect example. So for us in the construction world, we're very, very not independent, but not dependent on government and politics.
Mhm.
So depending on who runs the show kind of determines what happens in our industry to some degree. And being a company that focuses on sustainability, on renewable energy, energy efficiency,
Mhm.
and the change in administration did cause for us to change our wording from decarbonization to asset value, shareholder value, energy savings in terms
Interesting.
of dollars. Everything became more around economics and a
Mm.
business case than it was decarbonization in the last couple of years. So that's when I say it depends on a variety of factors and who you speak with, how you adapt your wording accordingly in a matter of seconds or
Yes.
milliseconds.
Yeah, I love that. I'm really curious about one other thing here. And we'll dive into more specifics on, you guys and what you guys are doing, but I'm really curious because I've, born and raised in Iowa. I've been in the States all my life. I've only sold in the Midwest, and I know that selling in the Midwest versus selling like in larger markets like New York or LA or Seattle, it's very different, particularly in the pacing. Usually, that's at least that's what my understanding. Have you found that to be the case, selling in Europe versus selling in the States, or are there again a lot of similarities there, or more differences? Do you think?
It's a huge difference.
Mm.
It's a big, big difference. I have the feeling that people in Europe, especially in Germany, they don't like to be sold to.
Okay.
They have this, I don't even know what they have, but they don't like to be sold to. In the United States, it's a completely different story, especially in the
Mm.
market in New York. I have the feeling that everybody loves to be sold things to. It's like it's all about the sales, it's all about the negotiation, it's all about sitting at the table,
Yep.
talking numbers, talking opportunity, talking business model, and the greatest idea wins. That's my feeling in New York, and that's what
Mm.
I enjoy every day. That's what I love. In Europe, it's a little slower.
Okay.
It's not as paced as it is in New York, but that's my feeling here.
Interesting. So do you feel like in Europe at least the sales cycle was like longer, or if you're sitting down at like the closing table, are you just using like softer closes?
It's the first challenge is actually getting to the person you want to talk to.
Okay.
It's cold calling, cold emails, reaching out on social media. It's
Mhm.
very, very difficult to convert a cold lead into an actual conversation. That's been something that I have been struggling in Europe. It's not
Mm.
easy. I think you have to find your own way kind of approaching,
Yeah.
especially decision makers.
Mm.
Once you have the right person at the table, then I think closing becomes it's quite similar. It's quite
Okay.
similar. But I think it's the biggest challenge of actually approaching the right people at the right time, getting them to the meeting. That's the big problem I see.
Okay. Interesting.